So, welcome to this episode of the Rumble. Today, my guest is I've never spoken to them yet, a cricketer, somebody who's played at the highest levels, and been a pioneer in the business. You know, he's from Kerala, and name is JK Mahendra. So, welcome to the show, JK.
Thank you.
I was just fascinated to know that you were the very, very first guy to get out of Kerala and play for anything on the BCCI level.
Well, yes, in 1966, I played all for 5 tests against Australian schoolboys.
Okay. Why, in India?
For junior India.
Okay. How did it go? Did we get hammered to pulp?
No, we did very well. Those days, our school's team was very strong.
I see.
We had Mahendra, Mahendra, Amarnaths, Kirmani.
Oh, okay.
A lot of big names which later played on for the country. But the real break came in 67 when I was asked to go for trials for the Indian school's first ever tour to England. The first junior team to ever leave the shores.
Which year was that?
Was 67.
67.
Where I was lucky to be selected to be a part of that team.
So at that time you were part of the Kerala contingent, so to say, or you already moved into Madras?
No, I was in school. I was in school studying in St. Michael's, Canano.
Okay.
And when this came, people were surprised. Nobody even thought that somebody could play for India.
Yeah, but was it you mentioned that Colin Cowdrey had connections with your hometown, Canano?
Well, a lot of history in Canano.
Okay.
Canano is a little town, but there was a lot of British army and...
Oh yeah, it was a garrison town.
Yeah, true. And the estates around there in Coorg and Wayanad.
Yes.
So it was all Britishers who were there, and there was history about cricket in Canano.
Okay.
Although Telshiri has been talked about,
yes.
Canano has got a really good gentleman's cricket history.
Okay.
When you start to talk about Colin Cowdrey's father who used to play in nets in our own club, it's something...
That's true. That's true.
Not many people know about.
I know. And just to get into national levels from a small town, tell me the real truth. Is it only talent or is there other forces at play?
No, absolutely not. Those days, cricket was not what it is today.
But today, let's get to today then. Is today
it's very modern. It's very different.
Okay.
There's a lot of money involved.
I know.
So everybody wants to be a part of it.
So this representation thing, is it a curse that, we have got so many boards and so many states where they're trying to push their cricketers up? Aren't we doing it?
Well, I think every parent wants their son to play.
Oh, sure, parents, yeah. Oh, you mean the
And same thing with the association. So everybody puts their foot forward. They want somebody to represent.
Okay.
Sanju Samson is a new example from Kerala.
That's true.
We had 2 or 3 test cricketers produced after 30, 35 years after I was selected.
So yeah, now there are a few, yes. Srishant
was one of them.
Correct.
Unfortunately,
So is it because Kerala doesn't have a cricketing history? According to you, we have tremendous cricketing history in Kerala.
There is cricket in patches in the Madras. It was under Madras those days. And it was only the cities which were prominent in cricket.
Was it because footballers more
No,
prominent?
probably because of the companies like Mafatlaal or Tata's in Bombay, or you had 1 or 2 companies in Madras, Paris. So
They supported
the game. Because there was no money then at all.
Yeah.
You had to spend money. If you were a cricketer, you were a curse for the family. You would be a black sheep for the family.
Yeah. There goes that lousy guy, he plays cricket.
He wants to ruin his life.
Okay.
But that changed when I got selected for the country.
So when did that transition happen, when cricketers stopped being miserable and started being envied and looked upon and said, wow, look at him. When did the money really hit the scene?
I think in the 90s, to be very frank. It is not until 90s when Dalmia took up the board, and he brought in money to the game.
But it's a very autocratic kind of system now, because even the name BCCI stands for Board of Control of Cricket. It's not encouragement of cricket, development of cricket, cricket development board. It's control of cricket. So does it say, and does it mean exactly what the word means? They just want to control the game?
Well, yes, they do control the game and control the money too. They are probably one of the richest bodies of sport in the world now.
Yes.
Maybe the 5th richest.
Yeah, now beyond...
After football and basketball, and today cricket has taken its...
rightful place?
Rightful place, yes.
I know.
And Srinivasan being in the helm, he is a good thinker, a good businessman. And he has brought in more money for the board than the predecessors.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, the only sour thing about it is this control. The word, I would say remove the word control and say, so use some other word in place of control. So when did you move to Madras? I know you are now a resident of Chennai.
Absolutely, for 35 years now.
Okay.
I decided to move when the family set up a clothing factory here, and I was asked whether I will move, and I rightly took it up because I wanted my son to play cricket and go to a good school. And so I came in 79.
Okay.
And rightfully,
did your son make it into the team?
Well, every parent wants his son to play for the country or whatever. But my son did fulfill my wishes. He played for Denmark instead.
Okay.
He played for 4 years for Denmark, the ICC qualifying cup.
Oh yes, yes. Oh yeah, all those nations are now playing cricket.
Cricket.
So he played for them.
He played for Denmark.
Okay.
And that gives back, your wishes. He played for Tamil Nadu when he was under 13, under 15. He played for Kerala, Ranji. But then he went on to play for Denmark. I guess he didn't have a place here, so...
Well, fate had another place for him, let's say. So when we come back, we'll find out, he used his cricketing knowledge and his experience and his contacts to do something quite different. We'll find out when we come back. So when you came here, I know now that you are running a cricketing team based in, or should I say, not a hotel, a bed and breakfast kind of thing.
Right. Homestay.
Homestay, right. That's the word. How did you get into collecting things, or it just happened?
Well, as I told you, Kannur had some history. People used to talk about history, and that got into me. Ever since then, I traveled a lot for clothing or cricket or business. I saw places of this kind. I saw some museums, I saw collectors, I met collectors. So the idea went into my mind.
Was it in UK that you saw the maximum number of cricket-based?
To be very frank, Australia and South Africa
are
bigger places for collectors and memorabilia as such.
Okay.
But England, yes, of course. But all these countries do have.
Oh yeah, they have a tradition as old as each other. I mean, English tradition is as old as Australian is as old as... Yeah, and so what are the main things that people collect?
Well, you can collect anything in cricket. You can collect coins, you can collect stamps, you can collect first day covers, ties, blazers, shirts.
No, something unique to cricket. I mean, these things are happening.
Cricket bats signed.
Oh, bats would be, yes.
Bats, could be plates, could be ceramic items, could be anything which is of history, could be something which is of history, which is...
Does it require people to have that mindset for this kind of industry to flourish? Or is it that why Indian memorabilia industry is not as well developed?
Well, in 25 years back or 30 years back, I don't think India had any such people who were collectors or who kept or preserved things.
Or even valued them.
Yeah, valued them. Unfortunately, they gave it away or it was gone. But I guess now in the last 10 years, things have changed. People realize there is money in it. They have started collecting. There are a few more collectors come up all over the country.
Correct.
And I'm one who supports people to say, come on, collect.
Yeah,
there is a future.
It gives history to the sport, I mean, more than anything else.
Absolutely, it will be useful someday because you need to have what was the past and how did cricket happen.
Yeah.
Memories of old days, cricketers.
So what's the single oldest thing that you have in length of time?
Well, fact is, I picked up a bat in Bombay. Somebody had owned this bat, which was a bat signed by in the 1947 Indian and Australian team. When Don Bradman,
okay.
And I realized that Lala Amarnath and Vijay Merchant and all these people who have signed that bat. How do I get that? He won't be able to get it. So I went and bought that bat, which is still with me.
You bought it? You paid for it?
I paid for it.
Did that guy know what he was giving away?
Well, he wanted big money, but at the end, as I told you, there were not many people who were collectors. Okay. And I was one of the only buyers then.
All right. So you went because there were too many...
This is 10 years back.
Oh, just 10 years ago.
If it is now, probably he will find buyers for that for 10 times the price.
Okay, good. Give us a little figure. Let's have fun.
Well, I bought it for about $1,25,000, but today that bat is valued in an auction for over 10 lakhs.
Okay, but 10 lakhs is no big deal today, considering Tendulkar signed bat, it goes off for 1 million rupees, I mean 10 lakhs and 15 lakhs. Well, that may be for charity, not for a collector.
Correct. For a collector, it won't be that much. It will be around 4-5 lakhs. Okay. But the board is putting up a museum, for example. And the board puts up a museum. They will need these kind of things. They need to put up the history of the country.
That's true.
And maybe there is a price at that time they'll have to pay.
That will be your
people who like me who collected things.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So when did this idea of running a little inn come to you, or a better?
Well, I have been to Australia and I've seen a lot of places which have got a theme and ambience and of cricket or different games.
Okay.
But the one really I saw was in Sri Lanka. It's called the Cricket Cafe and it's a restaurant come bar, which has got a lot of memorabilia by Australian. When I saw that, I said, why don't I do something similar? This was about 10 years back.
But the bar will bowl you because there's no way you can have a bar in this city.
That is difficult because unless you have 20 rooms, you can't have a bar.
I know.
But I boldly put up a home. I converted my home into a cricket museum come homestay. Yes. Which is recently I done, but I did have one earlier also in Madras and Bangalore.
Did people get attracted by that? I mean,
well, in Madras, yes. In Bangalore, to a great extent, Madras is better in knowledge of cricket than Bangalore.
Yes.
Old people come up and say, can we come and see this place?
Okay.
There is real interest in Chennai or Madras, I would call it, because old people love the history of cricket. They have knowledge. And I always rated Madras as the most knowledgeable public in cricket, which means in literature probably it is.
Yeah. Well,
it has got history.
A lot of writers, cricket writers, out of...
for that matter, everything in Madras. There's a lot of history. People have got literacy. People like to read things. People have collectors.
That's true. So the actual business of running a bed and breakfast show, is it tricky? Very difficult? Are we not tuned in for that sort of thing in India?
Well, it's something which is new. People have to come and see it to believe. They can't understand or visualize what a cricket museum will be like. But when they come, they can really understand. Oh, cricket can be like this. You can do something like this.
Okay. So they can lie in bed and read up some poster on the wall or something like that.
Yeah. Actually, the only other two places Madhav I visited is Bombay, the Cricket Club of India, which Raj Singh had the passion.
Okay.
He set up a museum.
Raj Singh Dungarpur.
He set up a museum there.
Okay.
The other person.
Is it still there?
It's still there.
Okay.
After his time, that's still preserved because CCI is home of cricket in India. The other person whom I rate is Mr. Patel, Brijesh Patel.
Oh, he's from Bangalore.
Chinnaswamy Stadium hosts a museum.
Oh, they do?
They do host a museum. Chennai still doesn't have it. Hopefully it will have soon.
All his experience in running, whatever he's been doing, plus collection, now moves on from bed and breakfast into a proper museum being developed by a Madras-based hospital come teaching institution. So we'll find out about that. Ramchandra what?
Sports Medicine Center.
Sports Medicine Center. So we'll find that. So when this Ramchandra Medical College decided to go for this, was it something that you put a seed into their brain, or was it that it was their own idea?
Well, I didn't really expect that I would become a curator someday.
Okay.
But it all happened because Mr. Venkat, the owner of Ramchandra, did come and visit my place, and he saw the entire collection.
All right.
He just sat back and he said, I want this guy to come and set it up. And he offered me a job. So, see, unexpectedly, being a collector, I never knew that one day I would become a curator.
Yeah.
But it did happen, and I became a curator at Ramchandra. I'm still there.
So it's a museum?
It's a sports museum. It's not a cricket museum.
Okay.
It's a sports medicine center, which has got the ambience of all sports. So you need to dress it up.
All right.
With all sports.
So it's not dedicated to cricket by any stretch of imagination?
Cricket is being major, although because it's a game which people want to...
True.
But all sport. We got huge murals, paintings, pictures, photographs put up on all the walls of Ramchandra.
Does he have any intention of making it pay for itself, or is it just rich man's fancy?
No, it's not true. It's a sports medicine center where the BCCI has brought cricketers and they come for training, injury assessment, rehab, and training goes on there. So it's for all sports people of the country to come and experience such a place. It's Asia's largest sports medicine center, which will actually provide treatment for a lot of sports.
Did you have the advantage of good people come forward and train you and teach you in cricket, like what MRF has put up the PACE Foundation? Was there anything like that those days?
Well, those are really not, because in 30, 40 years back, nothing like that. But Balan Pandit...
No, even a local guy, like Balan Pandit.
Well, we had coaches who came from NIS Patiala, where the Britishers taught them. And they coached in patches. There were about 6 or 10 coaches in India who were good. And one of them was Balan Pandit. We learned to hold a bat from him, and he went
was quite a legend.
And I was lucky to play with him. In a few years, I played with him in Ranji Trophy, and it gives you a lot of pleasure playing with your own coach.
Yeah, most of them you play.
But it's nothing like what it is today.
Today,
it's all in a plate given to the young people, and it's gone.
But you still have to play like what is happening to our batsmen in England. They're like completely demolished with the moving ball. What would all the modern developments, including a sports museum, this, that, and the other, do for that?
Well, one-day cricket has played, 2020 cricket has played different roles for the cricket.
Okay.
Cricket has just become overnight. You can become a good cricketer.
No, you can become a name.
Yeah, but you miss the basics. If your basics are still not there, you're still not good enough for test, or you need to have experience to play in different conditions.
True.
I think after Rahul Dravid and 4 or 5 of our people who have retired from the seniors, there is a vacuum in that areas, and there are no replacements of that kind. So now they say the ball
is there to be whacked, so I whack it. So it's all becoming, go hit the ball.
Well, public wants that. The public like that.
Yeah, but they like to see
the money they spend, public spends, is they want to see 6s and 4s.
True. That's for a T20. Yeah. I agree. But in a test match, they don't want to see their batsmen just walking up, walking back, walking up, walking back.
Well, test cricket is different, and I think they have to get up to that.
What do you think? It'll last?
Well, test cricket will last. That's going to come in, and the night cricket is going to come in test, so it's going to change. People will still love to watch it.
Might even sit in the bar, have a beer, and watch somebody.
Well, cricket is really, ultimately, cricket is test cricket.
I know, but then the game is.
If you want to see the art, if you want to see the bat and ball, the struggle between the bat and ball, and the beauty about long length and time, I think it is test cricket. But as I said, they have to probably gear up to that. They have to leave cricketers who are good for test cricket, put them aside, and make them not play IPL T20. I guess that's the way they will go. But then the money also has to agree, because the lure of money is too strong on the T20 side. That's why BCCI has got so much money. They do not know what to do with it. And so they need to fork out some money for these guys. Well, they will equally pay to the Indian test cricketers as much as they earn in IPL or anything else. Yeah. So that's probably where the history and the love of the game will come in, because when you grow up idolizing all those test batsmen who stood there for 2 days in the middle and ground out 150 runs, it's terribly boring to watch, but it's a tremendous battle between. Absolutely, because you see, what happens today is the one-day cricketers are playing for different private teams, and you earn 10 times the money the board pays you for the country. Yes. So then you lose the charm of playing for the country. Okay. That's what cricket has damaged and done about. I guess they'll turn around. Board will find some good ways to bring back. Do you remember any classic epics battles from any team? Personally, having watched any of them? Well, I did watch a couple of games. I think still 83 World Cup sounds interesting, because cricket was not money then. So there was talent, there was something which was very interesting to watch. And of course, underdogs, India going to beat the world champions. Well, Sachin's era also has been a different, beautiful era, where Dhoni or Sachin or Ganguly, they played for T20 World Cup. They won the championship. Any great test matches that stick in your mind? The tight test of Raas. Oh yes, I was there too. There are only 2 tight tests, and one in Madras. Yeah, one in Sydney or something. One was in Australia when 1960, when West Indies and Australia. But to happen in our city, it happened in Madras, and watch it. Yes. And I remember it was the last ball of the day. All he had to survive was that one last ball. It would have been a draw. Correct. But it ended up being a tie. Tie, but it's run out. Change the game. That's right. I was at Ravi Shastri and Mahendra Singh. Yeah. Absolutely. And Greg Matthews bowling the last ball. And it was called the Madras tight test, because it was Madras then. Yes, it was Madras then, yeah. And that's why it is of fond memory. So JK, it's been lovely talking to you, and I really hope more people like you, collectors of all sorts of memorabilia, not just cricket. I don't know what else is there. I can't imagine what they will collect for kabaddi other than langotis. But hell, let's have a museum for langoti. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Enjoyed talking to you. Thank you, Madhav. Thank you. Thank you.